The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the February 11th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off early, and send it to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Now, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we're beginning our day here with a bit of a mixed bag in the U.S. indices. You got the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell trading lower. Dow's off 220, S&P 5, 16 for the NASDAQ, 29 for the Russell. Transport's up 163, semis up 111. New York Stock Exchange up 31 bucks. Spot VIX up 22 pennies, still trading above its 50-day exponential moving average. Gold's up 50 bucks, trading at 50.81. Silver's up 240. That's a 3% move today. 1.5% for light sweet crude, which is testing the top of its profile. It's up $1.05. It's trading out at 65.02. Natural gas up 4 pennies out there. Now, our leaders in the clubhouse, dollar-wise, the upside, you got Comfort Systems up 66 bucks, a 5% move. SanDisk, 9%, 46 bucks. Advanced Energy Industries, 41 bucks, nearly 15%. Vertiv Holdings, VRT, we're going to take a look at that for Ron in Denver here shortly. He's got some calls on that, so that's nicely traded up 40 bucks, 20% there. Good job. KLA Corp up 38 bucks. To the downside, it's Centrus Energy Corp, about 50 bucks, 20% move. Khaki International, 39 bucks, 6%. Martin Marietta down 5% or 35 bucks. Astera Labs, 32, 17% there. And Aplovium Corp down 28 bucks. That's another 6% move to the downside. So let's begin our day and take a look at New York Stock Exchange. Let's get that advanced client oscillator, see where we're at. We are still above the zero threshold level. That's panel number 2 from the bottom, panel number 3 from the top. You see the print is about 32.10 right now. As long as price remains above that, that provides buyers with an edge. We got plenty of market breadth. We did get to a new all-time high in the advanced decline line yesterday. We're at a new all-time high in the New York Stock Exchange today, but we're not at a new all-time high in the advanced decline line. What's the importance of that? The importance of that is the odds of any kind of significant pullback over the next 28 days are less than 5%, more like about 3% out there. So we use that to our advantage. Now, you've got the spot VIX index. We've got this very choppy market out here. And I think it's really because we've got these two offsetting indicators out here. If we take a look at the spot VIX index, you can see that price today pulls back after the jobs number. When we saw futures trade to the upside, you had the spot VIX index pull back and was testing trade below, quite frankly, the 50-day exponential moving average, which is at 1698. And that's the number that spot VIX has got to close below in order for the ES-Mini, the S&P, to get its mojo. What else do we want to look out here? Nothing that pops off at me. So let's do this. Let's take a look at the daily equity future contracts. Here's where we're going to see what's really going on. And the nice thing is that we've got some really clearly identified resistance levels for the ES Mini and for the NQ. And the ES Mini, it is clearly the top of its profile at 7,001. Now, Tom would leave us with the expression, if you can't bust them up, you'll try to bust them to the downside. Right now, that green oscillator and change line is holding as a support level, let alone prices just simply trading with inside its profiles out there. 68.62 is support. Again, that 7,001 is a resistance area. In the case of the NQ, it is the oscillator and change line that's acting as resistance. 25,374 is the print right now. If we close above that, you do have a bit of a battle at 25,473, but clear that and you get up to 26,090. Now, you can't bust them to the upside. If it's going to bust it to the downside, it's going to go test profile support at 24,856. We take a look at the Dow. The Dow's got no topping pattern. It does have a bearish engulfing candle today. Just an interesting candle, that's all. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside, gets us to above 51,000. Price remains above its green oscillator and change line. The Dow is in full breakout mode, daily, weekly, and monthly. If we take a look at the Russell 2000, it's got that Rhodes momentum indicator signal triggered, needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm atop. A new profile is attempting to form, and the sell zone is between 2674 and 2689. We are trading below the center of that profile as well as its oscillator and change line, and a close today below 2674 opens up the door for a move to the bottom of that profile at 2582. I will put the caveat on this, and that is that if we open up the chart, we take a look at the cadence of the Russell 2000, the very bottom panel, we'll see here that since January 2nd, all the retracements have been for 2 sessions. So even though we've got that new profile, which will not confirm until this evening, and we are trading below the center of that profile, just keep that in mind out there, I would say, if you are trading the Russell 2000. If we take a look at, go from there down to what's going on an intraday basis, quickly, let's take a look at the ES Mini. I'm sorry, we're going to take a look at the NQ. The other level for the NQ. So we've got that daily oscillator and change line, and then the 5-hour chart's got the TD9 count breakdown resistance level 25,390, which looked really promising at about 9 o'clock when price closed above the top of its profile, as well as that 25,390 level. But Stevie's got that 2-bar rule. That means if you're going to 1 bar, you got to go to the second. No, it means that move above resistance or below support on one single bar can be a one-hit wonder. That's all. So now we can see that on the 5-hour chart as well. Price is finding support at that oscillator and change line. Okay, so we've got that. So 25,390, that's really going to be a key level out there to observe. When I look for any kind of bottom signals on the bottom time frame charts, I don't see anything. It's really about the top row. And the top row shows the oscillator and change on the 5-hour chart, 25,190. Bottom of support on the 4-hour chart, 25,050. Those are the levels to be watching throughout the day. In fact, let's go ahead and switch this over to the ES Mini. Let me give you those data points as well, or whatever we can observe here. Give us a minute. We'll get this here up. We won't get this populate. ES. Here we go. Okay, these charts ought to populate in the next 10 seconds or so, 10, 15 seconds, let's hope. And now on the ES Mini, it's also the 5-hour chart. It's a TD9 count top. Let's see, was that negated, though? We'll know here momentarily. I think that it was. I'm just waiting for the chart pattern here to populate. So I believe there was a TD9 count top, and it was negated out there. So that's an important message out here. Yes, was it? Oh, most certainly it was. So the top was at 7,050, which is also the top of the profile out there. So it did get negated at 9 o'clock. Price pulls back and is testing that green oscillator and change line. It's kind of a bullish signal, as well as it tested the bottom of its profile at 69.28. So the ES Mini is saying, I couldn't bust through support, 69.28. See Rhodes with TFNN. We come back to this break. We'll finish looking at the ES Mini, see if there's any other nuggets that I can pull out there. And if not, we'll head over to take a look at VGZ, LSCC, VRT, Marvell, MU, and SoFi. Of course, I'd love to hear from you. Steve at TFNN.com. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years, with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So this morning I was in my chiropractic office. I go every other week. I get a massage and an adjustment, and I've been doing this for decades, 3-4 decades. And but I've come down with a pretty bad case on both of my elbows of golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and so this morning I tried a new therapy on it, which is a extracorporeal shockwave therapy, ESWT out there, and I got to tell you, it's pretty painful. It was pretty painful, because they were truly hitting the spot where all the pain is at out there. But after, it was like about I don't know. It was just a couple minute process out there, but it feels so much better right now. So kind of interesting. It's really great, just the different types of therapies that are out there. So if any of you have got some ailments, maybe check it out, ESWT out there. So far, I like the results that I'm seeing, and we'll see. We'll see. On the ES Mini, by the way, I didn't really find anything else to assist you. I really think it's about the daily time frame can't bust it to the upside, 7,001, and the 5-hour time frame can't bust it to the downside, and that's at 69.28. So those are the areas that I'd be watching today. It may be a boring day until we're able to get through these levels. So let's go take a look at some of the requests that have come in. We've got a number of them, and we don't want to fall behind on them. So let's immediately start with this one came in yesterday. We didn't completely get to it. Was VGZ. And this was for Sharky. So Sharky, we take a look at VGZ on a daily time frame. We got a TD9 count top that formed out here on January 26. Price pulls all the way back to support. The bottom of its profile that held. Rallies all the way back up into that swing point area. The swing point, by the way, has got volume. That's from January 28th. Volume on that swing is at 2.8 million shares. Today we're testing and rejecting it. We're at 900,000 shares, about similar type volume out there. So you could get also a bearish reversal candle. If you close halfway into yesterday's bar, that'll be a dark cloud cover candle. That would generate a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So it's just a side. It looks to me like a consolidating market for VGZ. So you could explore down to back to the 217 level. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, it's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, but price remains above that green oscillator and change line. So that is a support level, 246. So let's maybe that's the area where price could pull back to. And on the monthly time frame chart, you got the signal that says we're not done headed higher. We are not done. You negate a TD9 count top, or you are likely to this month. It's only the 11th. But if we do close above, wait a minute here. Wait. No, yeah. So the high was on bar number 8. So if we do get a close above 246 at the end of the month, you negate that signal. It says longer term, I want higher. It's just this choppy market on the daily and the weekly time frame. So Sharky, I hope that helps you out. Thanks for waiting an extra day. Ron in Denver is interested in LSCC. Let's get those charts up on our screen, see what this is doing at this moment in time. LSCC printed out at $104.85. Nice gap to the upside. Yesterday, it negated a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. So daily time frame, it's free to roll. On a weekly time frame, I don't see any kind of a top out here. I see A to B equals CD pad on the upside. That would require a bearish reversal candle. The monthly time frame chart is trading above its Rhodes Momentum Indicator tops. It's TD9 count tops out there. And as long as price remains above and closes above 98.30, you're off to the races to the upside, Ron. So LSCC looking muy bueno. Let's go take a look at VRT. Also another request of yours. Give me a second here. I believe you got calls on VRT, which was trading to the upside. We took a look at the top movers, the shakers and movers this morning. So VRT, big, huge gap to the upside. Probably starting a new A to B equals CD pattern that we've got out there. So, but it did trigger wave number 7. That's letter G. And that needs a lower high to confirm a top. So if you see that, Ron, that would be part of the Basil Chapman toolkit. And what you'd be looking at there is, as long as that holds, that means no tick above the high. Right now, we don't know if it's today because this could extend itself. If you get one tick above it, then that pattern goes away. Short of that, then price could pull back to test support. The first level of support would be its oscillator and change line around the 201 level. On a weekly time frame, on Friday, if you close above the high from October 31st, which is 202.45, you negate a TD9 count top. It says we're heading off to the races. Now, on the weekly chart, I'll draw in the larger A to B equals CD pattern. I'd mentioned that on the daily time frame, but easier to draw in here, a little bit less noise out there, and it's a nice big A to B equals CD, by the way. I haven't checked out the volume yet, but I'm going to guess it's going to have it, but we won't guess. We'll just simply confirm. But let me give you that price objective out here now. The 1-to-1 price objective, by the way, is 297. As long as price trades on the left-hand side of that C to D leg, you'll do more than a 1-to-1. Volume so far for the week is 25 million shares. It's going against a weekly volume of 32. So, yeah, no problem there. So you're going to have that confirmed A to B equals CD pad on the upside. And not unusual to see all the monthly charts, so many of them in bar number 9 of a TD9 count. But this is telling me that we won't see that top confirm in February. It won't be until the March timeframe out there. So VRT looking good. I would stay long and strong. Ron, hope that helps you out. Thanks as always for your request. Duncan Steve inside the Tigers Den wants to look at Marvell. MRVL is a ticker symbol. Let's go see what she is up to. Marvell is trading out right now at $81.13, consolidating with inside its profile, Steve-O, between 72.17 and 82.51. You've got to buy the D-point bottom pattern, that form with that gap to the upside, that rising window candle on the daily time frame. On a weekly time frame, we've got price pulling back and testing support. So the range here is at 71.40 to the downside and 83.94 to the upside, the weekly oscillator and change line. If you get a couple closes above that, 83.94 level, you're back off to the races to the upside. The monthly time frame, just a consolidation with inside profile. So maybe kind of boring here with regard to Marvell. Consolidation on the monthly right now, consolidation on the daily. And if you can close above 82.51, your next stop would be the 86.54 level. That's its TD9 count breakdown resistance level. So that's what we see when we take a look at Marvell. Dunk, hope that helps you out. You also are interested in Micron. So let's see what MU is doing out here. I'm going to take a swig of water. Oh, that 3 swigs of water. So we take a look at Marvell. gap into the upside this morning and run right up into profile resistance. 40401 is the first number, Steve-O, that is dealing with. The second number to the upside would be the oscillator and change line at 416.66 or so. It's got a TD9 count top, pulls back, with inside his profile. Nothing, no damage done here at all. On a weekly time frame chart, boy, it's like a 1 to 3 A to B equals CD pattern to the upside, but it is an A to B equals CD. Sell the D point top that formed last week with that bear sash candle. Now, price is pulled back and has tested the center of its profile, which is really close to the green oscillator and change line. So moo out here, giving us a signal that it could have bottomed. Monthly time frame chart. At the end of this month, you're going to get a confirmed TD9 count top. And that's just simply, Dunk, where the danger is, as I see it, because that could take price all the way back to 244.52. So you got the monthly that's going to complete the pattern, the daily that's already got one, the weekly that's got to sell the D point top out here. You got to watch support levels. And of course, you get it close above those highs, well, then you're off to a new set of races to the upside. That's what's going on with ticker symbol MU. When we come back to this break, we're going to look at SoFi, Palantir, USAR, AUST, BTG, and IBM. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We got the charts up here for SoFi, which has got a nice TD9 count bottom for its daily time frame. The issue is it only led to a 2-day rally and ran into resistance at that red oscillator and change line. So, Fletch, you're looking for a bottom. You got the daily bottom. The problem is, so far, it's telling you and I it's just a counter trend move. And we take a look at that weekly chart right now. Price is just testing just below the bottom of its profile out there. And so this is going to be more of a Friday call. Does price close below 2050 or 2037? If we close below 2050, could be signaling to you and I that what SoFi's real intent is to get back to the 1464 level, the weekly TD9 count breakout level. We look at the monthly time frame. We are also trading, or at least testing the bottom of its monthly profile, and that number is at 2055. So you know what to look at for the downside, and to the upside, you've got that oscillator and change on in the daily time frame. If you get close above that, you got a better chance of perhaps identifying a bottom out there. But just realize that the bottom for the weekly and the monthly, the only bottom could be at this stage here holding profile support. So hope that helps you out. And as always, have a great day. Jambalaya wants to take a Palantir, PLTR. Let's go see what this is doing out here. Trading out as we speak at $134.28 out there. So Palantir is looking just basically ugly. Ooh, lovely. Because if you wanted to get Palantir, you're going to be able to get it even cheaper, I think. So on a daily time frame, we don't see any kind of a bottom signal. There's a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that was triggered, but no bullish reversal candle, and price rallies where 2-day rally right up into its red oscillator and change line. Trade below that, as well as its daily profile. This wants lower price. Now, trading back into a swing point for about 4 or 5 days ago, had volume of 93 million shares that day. Today, so far in 2 hours of trading, 26 million. So that's a 75 million share a day or about. So a little bit lighter volume. Nonetheless, looks like it wants to head lower. And you look at the monthly time frame, we've got an A to B equals CD pattern. Was it confirmed with volume? Well, the B point, which is the week of November 21st, says 299 million shares. Pass with 201. Pass with 455. You've got a major confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside on Palantir out here. So let's go draw that pattern in. And that requires, in order for that pattern to actually bottom, it would need a bullish reversal candle. And that's not something that we see at this moment in time. Of course, it could appear by week's end. So there's your A to B equals CD. We're already at the 1-to-1 level, but that still needs a bullish reversal candle. So short of that, price wants to target $66.12. I'm not saying it's getting down there. I'm saying that's what it would like to target. That's the next level of support on the weekly chart. But now we take a look at the monthly time frame. What do we have out here? We have a wave 7 top, courtesy of Basil Chapman. So thank you there, Basil. Price trading below its green oscillator and change line. It's lost momentum inside its profile. Next stop to the downside, 122.68. And if you get below that, you could be looking at 94.40. So I don't see any kind of a bottom here on Palantir, Jambalaya. Instead, it looks like we want lower price, at least as of 11:33 a.m. As always, thank you for your request. Sharky is back in the game and would like to take a look at USAR. So let's get USAR up on our screen, see what we can do to identify what this is intentions are. Right now, just trading with inside its daily profile. It's got support at 1925, resistance up at the 3207 level. Weekly time frame. Weekly time frame shows that we're trading above resistance. The green oscillator and change line of 2011 and the profile of 1946. But price has been pulling back out there. We've seen a two-week move to the downside. For the most part, when you look at that bottom panel, let me squeeze the right panel here. Most of the retracements are 2 to 3 weeks. Typical. Obviously, we went through a bad spell here. We had 6 weeks consecutive to the downside. This could be week number 3. So I would say, just on that, you might want to take a look. I don't know if you're looking to get into a long position or something along those lines. I don't see any bottom. That's for sure. But if you're looking for a trade or something like that, you realize that to the upside on the daily time frame, that 2319 is going to be a resistance level. You're also interested in AUST. Maybe those charts look better than this. Let's go find out what AUST is telling us. AUST trading out right now at $1.98 with inside its daily profile. Resistance up at 215, support at 193. Weekly time frame has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price is trading with inside its profile as well. It's got support. Holy cow! What a profile this is. It's got a buy zone between $1.71 and $1.95. We're at $1.98 right now. So 3 pennies isn't enough for Stevie to get to blow up my skirt. But if we do close above this level, let's say right now the high of the week has been up at 215. Let's say if we close around 215, odds favor on the weekly time frame chart. What its intentions are is to make a move up to 367. I told you it's a big profile out there, percentage-wise, that's for sure. But before price could get up there, it's got to deal with around 206, 215. So we call 215. There we go. So we at the top of the daily profile, so we know why the high of the week is there. So you got to close above 215 to really get some mojo to the upside, Sharky, out there. But if you do that, you could really be looking at a nice run up to the 306 level. And the monthly time frame chart, really, it's got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. We're above the green oscillator and change line and profile. So I don't think the monthly chart is really coming into play at this moment in time. So I hope that helped you out with both those instruments out there. And always thanks for taking the time to play the game. Let's write into Stevie and give him something to look at. Let's go take a look at BTG out here. This is for Rich in Oregon. BTG, and his question is buy or sell. He doesn't give us an option to hold out there, so we're going to have to come up with one or the other. So we take a look at BTG. What we see here is price is rejected so far, the top of its daily profile today, 569. You could, if we close halfway inside of yesterday's bar, get a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So that would be a sell signal. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm just saying that would be a topping pattern out there that would be confirmed. What that would then tell us, though, Rich, is that price should then pull back to its oscillator and change line of 532. Not really much of a big deal, another 30% to the downside out there. If we price got below the oscillator and change line, we could be looking at a move down to the 492 level out there, the bottom of its profile. So watch for today's candle. If we don't finish into yesterday's bar, no topping pattern. On a weekly time frame, price is trading just above by a smidge in the top of that weekly profile. The top of that weekly profile is at 549 out there. So, nothing bearish about that, that's for sure. And if we can close the week above that level, we're trading into a swing point. That swing point has volume of 269 million shares. So far for the week, we're at 100 million shares. So a little bit light in the loafers, but nonetheless, if you close above that 549 level, it's telling us it wants to go target that high. I'd say close above 569. And you're definitely going to go target that high. On a monthly time frame, I got no top. We got no top out here. You can see a TD9 count pattern, but bar number 7 was the high, so that's not a topping signal. Monthly chart is really looking good out there. So that's what we've got for BTG. Your question was buy or sell. I don't see a sell out here. Yeah, even if we get that top, it's one of those sells, but I'd have to see support hold because the weekly and the monthly, they're looking pretty good out there, Rich. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We'll look at IBM for Mohammed, SAIC for Mohammed as well, and EOSE for the captain. Captain Dan inside the Tiger's Den.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We got the charts up for IBM. This is for Mohammed. Mohammed, on a daily time frame, we look at IBM. We know that the price right now is trading below profile support at 283.05, so it's testing that level. We are trading into a swing point from back on the trading day of February 4th. The volume there was 8.7 million shares. So far today, in 2 hours of trading, we're 1.6. So we're trading into that swing point with light volume. If we did close below it, the swing point that is, 278.96, it'll trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, even if it's with light volume. And that would then get us down at least towards, I'm not going to draw the pattern here, till about the 263.56 level, the TD9 count breakout area. So right now, IBM on a daily time frame, and we don't know until the end of the day if it's going to close below that profile support or not, but that's right now the signal at 11:43. The weekly time frame has got a Rhodes momentum indicator top as well as a TD9 count top. And price is testing the buy zone, which extends itself between the 269.69 level and 281.90. So you're pulling back into a buy zone level out there. From a volume standpoint, price had pushed up back on October 24th with 51 million shares so far for the week. And, you know, we're not halfway through. We're at 10 million shares, but obviously light volume. Lastly, on the monthly time frame, IBM has a TD9 count and Rhodes momentum indicator top. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that A to B equals CD pattern. It's not applicable at this moment in time. And price has lost its momentum. It's trading below its green oscillator and change line. Its profile ranges from 242.51 at support up to 324.90 at resistance out here. So I think with regard to IBM, you've got to watch that daily time frame, daily and weekly, but really the daily at this stage of the game. As it trades below profile support, does it take out that swing point and tell you that you're headed lower, like the 263 area? So that's what I see there. You're also interested in SAIC. So let's pull those charts up on our screen. SAIC, I think, I don't remember who that is. But what it's doing, it doesn't matter who it is. Where it's headed to, easy, $85.20. How'd you come up with that, Steve-O? Well, first, today we are negating a daily TD9 count bottom. We're trading below profile support. We're trading below its red oscillator and change line. It's kind of pretty easy because the next level of support is going to be 85.20. If I take a look at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is trading. It's got a bullish structured profile, the counter trend rally, if it's a counter trend move to the downside, if it's only, and we won't know until Friday, would find support at 92.35, but I don't think that it is. So we close below 92.35. We're headed towards the 85.20, 86.21 level. The monthly time frame chart is trading with inside its profile. If you close below 87.85, it likes the number 79.33 out there. So everything that we're looking at for SAIC here, Mohammed, says that it wants lower price out there. This is going to become day number 3 to the downside. Maybe you get a 4th day before you get a bounce, or maybe you get down to the 85.20 level. Now, there's no bottom pattern getting down to 85.20. But getting back to that and holding that level, that breakout level, that in fact can be a bottom. And you got 85.20 on the daily and the weekly, so that really should be a strong support level. So I hope that helped you out both with IBM as well as SAID. Captain Dan is interested in EOSE. EOSE, let's go see what that is doing out here. Make sure, I don't know if I... perfect. Okay, so EOSE, trade out 1156. I can see that it's below the weekly profile at 1280 out there. I see a TD9 count top that had formed. So its next level support in the weekly time frame would be 615. We're not getting down there yet because we'd have to close below at least last week's swing point to do that. Now, we look at the daily time frame. Last week's swing point is really important. Why? Because it generated a TD9 count bottom. And therefore, on a daily time frame, if we close below 10 to 88, we will negate that signal, and that will suggest that we had the lower price. Now, it's got support, oddly enough, at $10.23 as well. So it's not like you're going to, if we close below that, we negate that, we're falling off the face of the earth out there, at least not just yet. If price closed below 10.23, well, then we could be looking at 672. And it would also, or could also, trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside on the daily time frame. The volume on that swing, 30 million shares so far today, is 11 million shares. So about a similar volume day to the downside on EOSE for the daily time frame. Weekly time frame we've already covered. The monthly time frame, not much else there. Only thing I can provide for you here is support, which will be down at about $10.11 out there. So you got a daily bottom. You want to buy it, but I'm saying you hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. This formed a TD9 count bottom and had a 2-day rally. Not exactly the type of explosive move, Dan, that you would have liked to have seen here. So it's got a bottom, but the daily, the weekly, and the monthly are just saying careful. So let's be careful out there. We're going to take a ZM. I think that is Zoom for S&P inside the Tiger's Den. ZM, maybe it's not Zoom. I don't know. It's trading out at the price point of 89.33. Probably isn't Zoom. So 89.33 takes us below the bottom of its daily profile. That's at 90.46. So that's the first thing to recognize. Today, we may also form a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, a 3-river evening star candle formation. Price is trading into a swing point out here, but it's not an A to B equals C. That retracement was too high. So we won't go there. But let's the swing point itself, just simply volume-wise, what are we doing? We had a swing point for back on February 4th, 5.6 million shares. So far, we're down today with 1.2 million shares. So lighter volume as we pull back. But still, nonetheless, you close below profile support at 90.46 today. You probably go test that swing point low. That swing point low is at the price point of 88.70. Oh, hold on. I'll give you the number. That swing point is at 87.19. The weekly time frame. So if we get a bearish reversal candle this week, you're going to get a sell the D point for the weekly time frame. Now, price is trading above profile resistance, way down at 77.69. But more importantly, it's also trading above its green oscillator and change line at 88.61. And as long as price remains above that, even if you get a sell the D point top, its signal would be neutral. The signal turns from neutral to more bearish, if you will, directionally speaking, if we close below that green oscillator and change line, 88.62. So that's going to be a key number for you to watch and observe out here. The monthly time frame could form a TD9 count top at month's end. In order to accomplish that task, it just simply needs a monthly close this month above 87.23, and we're at 89.29 right now. So S&P, that's what I see with regard to ZM. I hope that helps you out. I am just checking to see if Nope, I don't see any other requests inside the Tigers Den. If I did overlook something, and my apology if I did, please retype it in, and I'll be happy to get to it. Even if you didn't make a request and you want to, go ahead and type that in. I've got nothing on the cell phone, the email system, really. So let's go take a look at equal weightings. Let's go do that. Let's go take a look. What's the signals coming from the equal weighted ETFs as we speak right now? So we'll take a look at the daily and the weekly. We've got the RSP, the QQEW, and the EDOW. So let's start with the QQEW out here. Price last week pulled all the way back. It's got a TD9 count top, by the way. It's got a Wave 7 top as well. Price pulls back, tests and holds its breakout level 133.85. We're just below it right now. Watch that on Friday, 133.85. If that holds, man, support has held. The daily time frame out here has a buy the D-point bottom pattern. That formed a couple days ago with this bull separating candle. So you got a buy signal on the daily time frame. What the daily time frame needs right now is a close above profile resistance 136.35. You do that, then the QQEW will have given you a really solid bottom. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back to this break. Maybe we'll continue looking at this. If there's another request, though, we'll take, there was a request to take the VRTS. So that will get queued up, and we'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at VRTS. This is one I overlooked here. VRTS is completed a TD9 count bottom pattern yesterday, Sharky. So what price should do, and we're seeing it's signaling to us that that's what its intent is rally up towards this oscillator and change line. So that's the first move. Currently printed 149.68, 66 or so. That's not the exact number. It's going to probably be around 150 something. But price should rally up into that. Now, if it can clear that level, and that's going to be a question mark here. The reason it's a question mark is we formed a new profile above price. So this has overhead supply, and that's a bearish message. But nonetheless, if price can clear the oscillator and change line, we ought to get a move up towards the 156.85 level. But just recognize that red oscillator and change line is going to be your key resistance level that first has to be tested. When we look at the weekly time frame chart, did it negate a TD9 count bottom pattern last week? It most certainly did. It also triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So let's take a look at the volume. We're looking at the week of April 25th. That was the bar following bar number 9, also wave number 7 of the Chapman wave signals. And the low out there is a 142.18, and the volume was 256. We traded 579,000 shares last week, so it's a confirmed gigantic A to B equals CD pattern downside. We're going to draw this in on the monthly chart out here because the monthly chart's going to pretty much have that same pattern. So just a little bit easier because fewer bars to do. So here's going to be our A to B equals CD pattern here. That's going to copy, paste, and assemble here momentarily. Copy, paste, and now let's assemble it. So you've got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That's giving you a price projection of 66.49. Now, the monthly swing point has volume of 1.3 million shares. This month so far, we are at 859,000. So you've got volume, and we're trading below that swing point. So you got that daily bottom out there, but I'd be cautious on this one because the weekly and the monthly are telling us we're headed lower. So I hope that helps you out. Hey, folks, thanks so much for all your requests today. That was a beautiful thing. I'd love to experience that tomorrow. I hope you will too. So please join me tomorrow, 11 a.m. In the meantime, stay tuned for all the great programming. Have a terrific day out there, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.